welcome back. I'm still in the drill, but I don't think that'll change for long, as this afternoon I think I'm going to be spraying a little bit. We have to spray some fields before we seed them, and unless it's the peas, we're going to spray those after we seeded, which we finished up the peas a couple days ago, and we got switched over to wheat. So we're seeding wheat right now. We're just by the yard. I'm just going to the field right now, letting the tractor warm up. And then we are going to check our runs, make sure we have no plugged runs or king toeses, make sure all the seeds going down. And yeah, time for another day. So I can start up my fans. 2 fans running because we're pushing out wheat and fertilizer, both out of the shanks and the mid rows. Fans are speeding up there. There's the nitrogen out of the mid-row banders, you can see easily there. And then here's the wheat out of the shanks on the ground. So we just go behind the drill and we can see the wheat underneath every shank. It means our product's coming through. So if you don't see anything under there, then you got a problem. Our mid-row banders are now engaged. They weren't down when we were seeding the peas because we weren't putting down any nitrogen. We're putting down 165 pounds of product through our mid-row banders on this wheat. So we have 34 mid-row banders down along with our 68 shanks. So it takes a lot of hydraulic power to run this big rig, but this tractor has lots. It has over 100 gallons per minute, so we have lots of hydraulic capacity. We filled up the drill last night, filled up and fueled up, so it should be good to seed for about 140 acres here today, so it'll be enough for this field. And then we're gonna stop in back at the yard, fill again, and then just cross the road to the next one. Going up this hill, the tractor's starting to work. Let's see what our engine load's at. 85%. This tractor has crazy amounts of power. It's a 570, but its peak horsepower is at 626. So it can seed right up any hills that we have. And versatile, makes a bigger tractor yet. Got my AB line set up. I have it set at 180 degrees, so it's going straight north and south. It overlaps just a tiny bit, but that's where the sectional control comes in. Well, this experience has been short-lived. I'm just checking depth. Oh yeah. That guy's laying in good moisture there. There's a whole bunch of them here. Can you see that? Then I sprayed this because all these volunteer canolas, they're gonna come, especially if we get a little shower. They're already starting to poke through the ground, so we don't want those because they're gonna rob moisture of our wheat and it's gonna hurt our yield. So we're trying to target those. And then our mid-row banders. So one bander feeds 2 shanks. So that's what this in between the rows here is. And then our nitrogen is just laying in there because the nitrogen is mobile in the soil, so it'll move to the wheat. If we put it with the seed, it'll burn it, it'll be too much. So that's why it's between the rows. On to the next task. What up? This is the fence line where we were pulling posts with the skid steer. And so that was just a couple weeks ago. I forgot to tell you guys, I found a little treasure in this fence line. One of the cooler things I've ever found in a field. A freaking Pokemon card, man. A Pokemon card in the plastic with this coin looking thing. It's kind of all weathered from the sun. But how cool is that? Look at that. That's one of my cooler finds. A Lapras. I used to collect this as a kid. It's like a water ice guy. Probably one of the coolest things I've ever found in the field, and weirdest. I feel bad for the kid whoever was trying to make a trade on the school bus and the window was open and the card probably flew out the window. Now I feel bad for him. I got my AB line set up so now I can tell you guys what's going on in here. Here's my Raven screen. This is my guidance. This is my AB line. I got it set at 0 degrees, so I'm going straight north. And I don't got to drive, but it's doing it for me. This is my rate controller. This is the capstan system. So basically, it's just telling me like the frequency in which the nozzles are pulsing. They pulse. That will control my rate. If I'm turning right, that my left boom is going to pulse quicker than the inside boom. If I'm turning left, my right boom is going to pulse quicker than my left boom. That can help control my rate in which I'm spraying. I don't want to under apply or over apply. And this is just the row gainer screen. This is how much water is in my tank. Just over 700 gallons, my agitation and my pump pressure. I'm not driving very fast. I'm only going 13 miles an hour, just because you don't really need to be going 20. I'm already 120 feet wide, so I'm getting a lot of acres covered. Even going 13 miles an hour. Might do a little bit better job. Just kind of the speed I like to go. This green circle means my master apply button is on. That's what that yellow button is. That means that I'm currently spraying. These 3 A's are my auto boom. That is controlling my automatic height. So my booms are constantly raising and lowering as I'm driving through the field, just so they are at a constant height above the ground. And this black icon is my pump. That means my pump is on, and my pump has to be on if I want to spray. Doesn't look like there's a lot growing in the field, but if we get a little bit of rain, all these weeds and volunteer canola are going to start coming, and there's going to be a lot of them. So that's what we're targeting right now, and we're hoping to get a little bit of residual with this chemical, and that's going to hold this volunteer canola for the next 10 to 14 days. It's nice and calm today. It's a beautiful day, so I'm going to keep spraying. Got to keep ahead of the drill. We're going to go home and rinse out the sprayer and then switch products, and then I'm going to go to where the peas were seeded. There's Todd, just giving her. There's Grandma. Had to switch nozzles to my 10-gallon nozzles. I'm just haven't used them this year yet, so I'm just checking the pattern. They all seem to be okay though. Don't want to have any plug guys. Just using my remote to turn on the different sections. Yeah, I think they're all good. Done filling for this tank. Meanwhile, Todd and Carter are filling the drill, going on their second tank, filling about twice a day. We'll fill now in the afternoon and then once again after supper. Okay, sprayer's rinsed out, flushed out. I switched nozzles to my 10-gallon nozzles, and I'm trying to spot spray these really bad kochia patches in some fields. Now what kochia is basically those tumbleweeds that you see blowing everywhere across fields and across roads, and they're really deadly in the fields, so I'm going to try to get rid of those today. Here we are at the one of the pea fields. This was seeded, I think, 4 days ago. Let's go see if we have germination. Oh, look at that. Starting to give her. Okay. Keep going, little guy. I didn't do this whole field of peas, just some sections. I'm going to come back in here in a few days with Roundup and heat and do my full pre-burn application, then still have a little bit of time because those peas aren't up yet. But I think I'm going to wrap up this video here. Thanks for watching again, you guys, really appreciate that. I got to drive home, and then probably pretty soon we're going to have to fill that drill again, and yeah, go from there. Our seeding quest continues. I'll check in later. See you next time.